Hey guys, it's Peter, and I'm back. Of course I'm back. I'm not going anywhere. Beast! Ooh, my voice. Beast! Peekaboo, I see you because I don't know how to flip the fan anymore. I can't flip the fan. I can't flip the fan. Oh, I'm YouTube famous now. Available August 2026, the album, Dad. Shimmy, shimmy. We haven't done the shimmies for a while. We need to do the shimmies. Are you ready? We're going to make it real quick today. Okay, we're going to make it real quick. On the count of 3, it's like 1, 2, 3, then shimmy. Okay, so it's like the shimmy would be on 4. Okay, so we're going to go 1, 2, hold on a second. For the people that don't know, I know a lot of you do the shimmies with me, but hold on a second, okay? For the people that don't know, I've got to explain how the shimmies go, okay? So it's going to go 1, 2, 3, shimmy. And then when you shimmy, okay, this is a shimmy, okay, in case you didn't know. And then you shimmy to the left, and you shimmy to the right, you shimmy to the front, and you shimmy to the back. Shimmy, shimmy. Okay, so it's 1, 2, 3, shimmy to the left. Okay, got it? Okay, here we go. 1, 2, this is just a practice round, okay? 1, 2, there are some people over here that are so pissed right now. They're like, I came for the drama. I don't have time to waste today. I came for the drama, damn it. Baby, I am the drama. Did you not know? Okay, so anyway, here we go. You ready? We don't need no practice rounds, okay? We're basically professionals at this point with the shimmies. We're shimmy professionals. Okay. 1, 2, 3. We shimmy to the left, and we shimmy to the right. We shimmy to the front, and we shimmy to the back. Shimmy, shimmy. Beef! How are you guys doing? For those of you that do not know, okay, so, well, I just got back from vacation. Hey, how are you guys doing? I have not filmed over here in 10 days, okay? It feels so bizarre. I have a little story about that in just a second. Well, I have lots of stories. Basically, my channel's... So today's video is going to be, I'm going to bring you all of the drama stories that people have been sending me. And then I'm going to ask you what you guys want to hear, and then about this week, and then give me other stories in the comment section, stories. See, like, everything I say has a story to it. Like, when I say stories, okay, so my friend Valerini and I, hey, Valerini, how are you? Now, Valerini should have moved to the North Country, okay, and North Country means Northern Indiana with her boyfriend, so she has abandoned me, okay, Valerini has abandoned me, but we used to go to the casino, like, a lot. We went more than we needed to go to the casino, but we loved it. Anyway, so when we would sit next to somebody at the casino, and then they would want to, like, ruin your good time for you, and they, like, the machine that you're sitting on, not hitting a bonus or anything, okay? The bonuses are where it's at when you're playing slot machines. So anyway, so when you're sitting at this machine, and you've now put like $100 into it, and you haven't hit one bonus yet, right? The person to your right wants to tell you stories. And my friend Valerini, she came up with that word, okay? Because stories are when somebody's sitting next to you, and they go, well, last week, I hit 10,000 on that machine. And you're like, oh, really? And they're like, yeah, and the week before that, I hit 20,000 on that machine. Put it all back in there, didn't hit a thing the next day. It's probably not going to hit. And you're like, okay. So we were up at the casino one night, and Valerie got talking to this gal, okay? And this gal was telling her about how she had hit 40,000 on one machine and 30,000 on another machine. Just stories, okay? And so I texted Valerini. I probably still have the text. I have to go back, and we text so much, I don't know where I would find it. Anyway, I texted her, I said, what are y'all talking about over there? And because we weren't sitting right next to each other. And she said, stories. Okay, so stories is when somebody wants to come up. It's just fibs. Did y'all talk about fibs? My mom used to call lying fibs, okay? Fibbing is kind of like a lesser version of like a cold-hearted lie, okay? But like Paula Abdul said back in the day, he's a cold-hearted snake. Look into his eyes. Okay, but a fibber is not like a cold-hearted snake. A fibber is just kind of like, you know, like when somebody says, do I look good in this dress? You don't ever tell a good friend. Listen, if you are a good Judy of somebody and they look like shit in their outfit, this is what you say, okay? You say, I think that outfit is really, really cute, but girl, no, that's not it, okay? And I think you have much cuter things in your closet, and you be kind to your friends. You do not let them go out in some boogered fucking outfit. You do not do that to your good friends. You don't do that to your husband. You don't do that to your wife. You don't do that to your partner, okay? If my husband ever let me go out in some outfit, we were talking the other day. So my husband brought these questions. He got them for us for Valentine's Day. They're supposed to like Those people over here that are new, they're like, what did we just walk into over here? We're talking about stories, casinos, marriage counseling. So my husband and I have been, I don't know, we've been in couples counseling for years now. People are like, why do you still go to couples counseling? Because we want to have the best marriage possible. So that's why we keep on going to couples counseling. But anyway, so we always get these romantical gifts for each other for Valentine's Day. You get one nice present, and then you get like one present that like really like nice means kind of like a bag or something like that, okay? Like a bracelet or something. And then, but whatever like you can afford. And then you get like one sentimental gift, okay? And then you get one gift that builds intimacy. So for Valentine's Day, I think it was Valentine's Day, my husband got me these card games, right? Well, he got us these card games. And they're supposed to like improve intimacy and stuff like that. But they're questions like, well, some of them are spicy down, okay? Some of them are spicy boots. Like, you want to do it like the second you read the question, okay? But most of them, I think there's like one box of spicy questions and then one box. But anyway, there are questions like when you like talk about me to like other people, like what do you say? And things like that, okay? Those are dangerous questions, baby. Those are dangerous questions. I always say nice things. But anyway, he said to me, he goes, the question was, what's one fashion, like, thing that I do that you don't like? And I said, oh, those big jeans. I don't like those. My husband loves those wide jeans. I do not love those at all. I do not. What is going on with those? And the big clunky shoes. No, baby. 1999. They want those. What are those jeans called? The back in the day, those bands that screamed a lot and stuff. What are those bands called? Insane Clown Posse. They wore those jeans, and it looked like you couldn't even see if there was a person inside them jeans. Okay, you couldn't even see if there was a person inside them. Now they wear them on the runways and stuff like that. Well, like 4 years ago, I'm like, I think we need to retire those jeans. He's like, he likes the big, like, you know, all that kind of stuff. But anyway, what was I talking about? Oh, so you want to know where the shimmies come from? Okay, well, let me tell you something I found out on my vacation that makes me nervous as shit, okay? So, I mean, I've said it over here before. It's just the amount of time before he catches up on the vlogs. So anyway, or the videos. Oh, by the way, I vlogged the whole time while I'm on vacation. So the whole time I was on vacation, all 10 days, except for last night, because we were traveling home last night. But I vlogged every single day that we were on vacation and showed the room and told little stories. We met so many nice people while we were on vacation. We met, we met a guy that, well, we met a couple, and he watches my videos. I know, my vlog and my review channel. So anyway, he was like, oh my God, my husband and I are at the same resort. He was like, if I see you, can I say hi? And I was like, yeah, absolutely. Nobody ever says hi to me, okay? No, they'll come up to Alex, my husband, and they'll be like, are you Peter Monn's husband? But nobody ever comes up to me. So I was like, yeah, sure. So we were sitting at the pool one day, okay? Now, mind you, nobody ever comes up and says hi to me, okay? Now, definitely not without no shirt on, okay? No, baby, that is not right, okay? That is a violation. You do not come up to somebody with their shirt off, okay? Years and years and years ago, I love her so much. Y'all know Susie KB Fitness. I love Susie so much. She just got married. Congratulations. I thought she was married like 5 years ago, but anyway, she just got married. She looked gorgeous. Her wedding dresses. Oh my God. Susie KB Fitness. I love her so much. Okay. So we are in Miami, and we're at the one hotel, and it's two couples on the beach. My husband and I, and Susie and her then fiance, okay? And so, and I'm like, look, I said to Alex, I said, she's so cute. That girl is so cute over there. So anyway, so of course, you know, I'm in the water, you know, living my best beach whale life and all that kind of stuff. You know, people like to take pictures of me on the beach, though they do, you know, back in the day. Oh my God. Somebody took this picture of me. It still floats around. They put it up all the time, baby. They put it up all the time, okay? And it's me, and I am just gutted for days, okay? Just, baby, like, I just ate 5 plates of nachos, and I am sitting there smoking a good cigarette on the beach in Miami. And my husband, okay, he was doing this, like, Instagram reel, and he didn't realize I was in the back of the picture. Well, they done zoomed in that picture. I'm about thinking about turning it into a t-shirt. live your best 600-pound life, baby. Live it all day long. But anyway, but this was not the time, okay? That was when we were at the Fontainebleau, I think. Okay, this is at the one hotel. But I was still living my beach to whale life, okay? And so I think they should give me a reality show, don't you? Call, and it'd just be me traveling everywhere, okay? And people coming up to me and me being like, you only got so many arms to cover your business. Anyway, by business, I mean the folds that you don't want everybody else to see. Why, for the life of me, is everybody taking pictures of people, like reality stars' armpits, and posting them like, what is this? It's an armpit, okay? I don't know. Some people get off on armpits and feet. I don't, okay? But why are we even questioning the weirdness of somebody's armpits? Armpits are fucking weird anyway, okay? Like, I keep wanting to see these pictures come up on my timeline on Instagram because I follow all these Bravo accounts, and they're like, what's this? I'm like, it's a fucking armpit. It's weird, okay? Stop. It's like if somebody took a picture of toe jam on somebody and said, what is that toe jam? It's weird. Don't question toe jam, okay? Now you're going to have me up at 3 o'clock in the morning, and I'm going to be like, Google searching, how does toe jam even? It's from socks, probably, or I don't even want to know, okay? Anyway. So I am there living my best beach whale life. Now, if you have ever been to the One Hotel in Miami or any One Hotel, they are fantastic, okay? They are just like, you literally think you walked into like the Maldives, a spa in the Maldives, but like in off Lincoln Road in Miami, okay? It's amazing. So anyway, there's nobody on the beach. It's just us and one other couple. And I'm getting out. I'm like, oh, I don't care. I'm like, listen, baby, I'm living my 600-pound life today, and I'm living it. So I'm like, she don't know me. I know this gal don't watch my videos and stuff like that, right? And so I'm sitting there on the chair, and she keeps on looking over at me. And I'm like, I was like, this girl keeps on looking at me. I don't know how, do I know her or something like that? She was so sweet. She goes, can I ask you a question? And I go, yeah. I was probably shoving, you know, a nacho in my mouth or something like that. She goes, are you Peter Monn? And I go, yeah. And I go, and she goes, I recognize you because of your husband. Why is the deal with that shit, right? Am I just some old man on YouTube? Nobody knows who I am unless my husband's standing next to me. And I go, oh, and she goes, I love your videos. And I go, you do? I go, oh, thank you so much. I think I've told this story before, but anyway, she was so nice. She found me through my Jaclyn Hill videos, I think. She said she used to be a fan of Jaclyn Hill's back in the day. She might still be, I don't know. But anyway, so we start talking to her, and I'm like, I said, oh, what do you do? Or something like that. And she's like, oh, I do like a little bit of Instagram and stuff like that. I was like, my Scooby-Doo ears went up, baby. I've been doing this job for too long, you know? And I said, a little bit of that. She's like, yeah, I do some like fitness stuff, like the bands, the exercise bands, all this kind of stuff. I can't remember what she said. But I was like, oh, what are you here for? And she goes, I'm here to do like a photo shoot for my next release. Okay, baby, I was like, I looked at Alex. When we got done talking, I said, look her up now. Look her up. I bet you anything. She acted like she had 1,000 followers on Instagram. I was like, I know she's got 1 million. She had like 1 million followers on Instagram at the time. But anyway, can I just say, she was so nice. Honest to God. I mean, I don't really, to be honest with you, I mean, I hate the word influencer, but what do you use? I haven't really met that many influencers. Like, I would love to get on here and tell you a bunch of stories about how people are rude and shit like that. But at the time that I met them, at the time, okay, let's remember that when people want to say, well, you said like at the time. Okay, that's very important. To my face and at the time. These people were very nice. I don't know. Susie might be a straight up bitch behind the scenes, but to me, to my face, and ever since, she's been absolutely sweet. She's been so sweet. And just one of the most humble, amazing human beings I've ever met. I mean, so genuinely nice. And so grateful for just being able to, like, explode on Instagram and do what she loves. And I'm going to tell you right now, I'm thinking about buying some of them bands, okay? Because her body is fierce, baby. Her body is fierce, and she does them bands. I'm doing them bands. But anyway, and then I think the next day she invited us. She had like a cabana at the pool and stuff. She was doing this photo shoot. I think we went there with her the next day. So sweet. But anyway, that's the only person that's ever seen me that I'm aware of without my shirt on at the pool or at the beach until Mexico, okay? So I'm sitting there, and this guy comes up to me. He's got this bag, right? And he goes, Peter? I'm like, yeah. I was like, oh my God. Because I already like looked him up on Instagram, so I knew who he and his husband were in case I ran into them. So he brings me these chocolate bars. It was my birthday. He brought me these chocolate bars for my birthday. We ended up sitting there talking. He was so nice. We ended up like hanging out with he and his husband. It's so nice. His husband has like a very, 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 very cool job. It was so funny because, so when we hung out with him that night, I said to him, he's from Ireland and his husband's from the UK. And I said, or from London. And I said something about, oh, you do this? And he goes, oh, he dropped that quickly. I was like, but anyway, and then they left. We were there so long that like people came and people went. And we made so many friends while we were there. Then we made friends on the day that they got there, okay, until the day they left with a couple from Portugal, from Portugal. They just got married. They are our new best friends. We are planning a trip currently to Portugal. We're doing a reunion trip every year with them. We had so much fun. So much fun. So this video goes out to them. But you want to know about the shimmies. Okay, so let me tell you something that happened on my vacation. So while I was on vacation, Okay, so imagine Peter Monn at 18 years old, okay? And I know it's hard to believe, but imagine Peter Monn at 18 years old, all right? And the way that we would get into bars in Indianapolis when I was 18, because you couldn't get in unless you had a fake ID, which I think I had at 18 in a month. But anyway, the way you would get into a bar, a gay bar in Indianapolis, was you befriended drag queens and then you carried their drag, which by their drag means like bags and suitcases and shit like that, up into the dressing room. At like 7 or 8. And then you stayed in the dressing room. But after like a week, you knew the door guys and they just let you in. But anyway, and then you stayed up in the dressing room until the show started, which was like at 10. But then by then, you'd have so many drinks, you just come down. Okay, so anyway, I remember my very, very first show. It was this bar called Tomorrow's on Meridian. No, I think it's a bank now or a Kentucky Fried Chicken or something like that. But anyway, it was called Tomorrow's, and I remember Ruth Dix performed, and I remember Samantha Sinclair did Melissa Etheridge, and I was blown away, okay? Because there was this guy in the audience that I became friends with. Now, I wouldn't say like we were ever best friends, but we were like kind of like rotating in the same groups. And he had a boyfriend at the time. And they like lasted like until I think I got sober or something like that. But anyway, I always had such a crush on this guy. And it just was really sweet, really, really nice, and all this kind of stuff. Well, he ended up moving. He's been with his husband now, I think like 20 years, so, 30 years, I think. Yeah, he must have moved down there right after I got sober. I think he's been like 25. They just celebrated like 25 years. But anyway, so we message each other on, like now we're friends and stuff like that. So we message each, I mean, baby, it's been a while, okay? I know people are, they're already like, Peter's leaving Alex for this baby, it's been 35 years, okay? Listen, those days are gone. So anyway, or are they? I don't know. No, I'm joking. But anyway, so I start getting these comments on my video on vacation from him. And so I messaged him and I was like, dude, I did not know that you watch my videos. He was like, I love your videos. He was like, I think you're sharing your sobriety story is so cool. It's so important. I mean, he was leaving me the nicest messages. Okay, well, I don't know who he told, but then I start getting comments from other people that I was friends with from back in the day. So now I have these guys I was friends with back in the day that didn't even know that I made YouTube videos that are now watching my videos. She's my very special friend out there from Nashville, Tennessee. I just want to say thank you for letting the world know, okay? Because now my social anxiety is already so bad, but now it's like through the roof. But anyway, for him, I'm going to tell this little story because I don't think he's heard this story before. So we all had this friend back in the day, okay? Whose name was Steve, but we called him Susie. We called him Susie. I almost said his last name. But anyway, we called him Susie. And Steve was hilarious. He was absolutely hilarious, okay? And so when he would see me, I did this like dance. I don't know what it was that I did back in the day, but whenever he would see me, he would go, shimmy, shimmy. He'd be like, Peter, shimmy, shimmy, Monn. That's what he called me. He'd go, shimmy, shimmy. And then I would like go like that. He passed away a while ago, so I mean, it's been years since he passed away. But anyway, one of the funniest people that I've ever met. So I don't know how I ever start stuff on my videos, but one day I was just like, shimmy, shimmy. Shimmy, shimmy. So anyway, this goes out to Steve, Susie, who is hilarious, absolutely hilarious. I actually saw somebody post something on the Facebook the other day, and they're like, what happened to Steve or something? Somebody was like, oh my God, he passed away. Did you not know? Like 10 years ago. I think it was like 20 years ago now. And you know you're getting old when like the people that it feels, well, it doesn't really feel like yesterday, but I do remember a lot of the stories. But it's like so many people are gone that I used to go out with all the time. Like that's when you kind of know you're getting older. But then I just had a friend of mine, like Alex and I have a friend of ours. He is my age. His wife is like 3 years younger than me, and they just had a baby. I'm like, maybe I'm not that old. I could still be having babies, I guess. I mean, isn't Robert De Niro having them and he's like 85 or something? By the way, speaking of reality television, was I talking about reality television? Oh, I wasn't, but we're going to anyway. Okay, speaking of reality television, so we're in the one of those lounges in the airport, you know what I'm talking about? Anyway, where you can get like free food and just sit there in them comfortable chairs for hours. So we're in one of those lounges last night. And I am trying to take notes to catch up on 1,000-Pound Roomies, okay? So I got my AirPods in, and I'm taking notes, because on my Peter Watches TV channel, I've got so many shows to catch up on. Let me just tell you. I've got a whole list here, which we're going to get to in just a second. Videos when I get back. So I got Department Q to do, Squid Game Season 3, The Waterfront, 1,000-Pound Roomies, Harper's Island, Sirens, and Barbarian I finished last night. It was a really shitty horror movie. Y'all see Barbarian? Babe, I don't even understand it, okay? Listen, I'm telling you right now, if you've watched this movie, I am telling you right now, okay, if that weird old lady, whatever she was, I don't know what she was, I don't know what was wrong with her, but if she was wanting me, she was thinking people were her babies and wanting her to, I don't even know if you can say it on YouTube or not. She was wanting to like breastfeed him, you know. I'd be like, no, just kill me. Just kill me right now. Okay, baby, just kill me. And why, and here's my question. Why does that, I think his name is Justin something. Why does he was in Jeepers Creepers originally, okay? Why does he always get himself stuck in these, baby, you need to stop going into houses that have tunnels underneath them, okay? You should have learned that in Jeepers Creepers. No, but that Barbarian movie sucked. It was not that good. It was not that good at all. But anyway, I'm sitting there and I'm watching 1,000 Pound Roomies, right? And there's like this family next to us, and there's like this couple on the other side of us. And I look over at my husband, because I'm constantly like, what are you watching? What are you watching? What are you listening to over there? He's like, I'm getting caught up on, he's watching Love Island US and Love Island UK at the same time. He told me I should have covered it for my TV watching channel. I probably should have, but Big Brother starts this week. So anyway, so I go, what are you watching? He goes, Love Island. And I go, oh. And I said, he goes, everybody watches Love Island. You're the only one that doesn't watch it. I go, well, I'm watching 1,000 Pound Roomies. He goes, and nobody else is. Nisha and Jazz from 1,000 Pound Roomies. Do you see how my husband speaks about you? You need to come and take care of that with quickness, okay? But anyway, back to reality television. So I'm like, F my husband. He doesn't know what I'm talking about. He's talking about Love Island. That show is stupid, okay? All his girlfriends, they are in a group text specifically for Love Island. They will not watch it. They all watch it at the same time and text each other while they're watching it, which I guess is not a whole lot different. My friend Nikki and I, we do puzzles at night. We do puzzles at night and listen to audiobooks. She's my husband. She's younger than my husband, so don't be trying to age her up to 70 just because we do puzzles. But we do watch Love After Lockup. We're on season 2, Life After Lockup. And we will text each other. Oh my God. Can I just tell you, I have to show you this. This is my favorite. I think I showed this in my last video. Hold on a second. My favorite. Here it is. Oh my God, can somebody tell me what happened to her? I love her. She works at the hotel where Tony works in season 2. Okay, I bet this is, if you have never seen Love After Lockup, let me just give you a full moment of it here. Okay.
That he's here. Well, you know where he's at. I know that you fixing to leave here. You can walk out, you can go to the jail, or you can go to the hospital, but you can get up out my face right now.
Okay, but wait, baby, it gets better. Her name's Amy.
I know you not take your ass. I know you not take your ass out of here. I don't know if it's your boyfriend, your cousin, or what. He's a loser. You need to get on up out my face. You need to stay up. Put your hands on me. Come on. You need to take your drunk ass on somewhere. You can be drinking out of straw. You don't get up out my face. Go. Do it. What you gonna do about it? You get your girl. What you gonna do about it? What you gonna do about it? Let's go. Come on. Catch your ride, girl. You better go home. Try me.
Catch your ride, girl. You better go home. Baby, catch your ride, girl. You better go home. See, me and Nikki, we text about Love After Lockup anyway. So let me tell you about this, okay? So I'm sitting there and I'm watching. Here's my notes right here. Okay, so I'm watching 1,000 Pound Roomies last night. People are like, get to the drama. Baby, this is the drama, okay? Fuck that James Charles bullshit. This is the drama right here, okay? Toddy, who? Jacqueline, who? Baby, don't nobody care about them fools no more. I definitely do not, unless they're in some drama that I get excited about. But anyway, so I'm going to get to the drama in just a second. Hold on. Anyway, I was so tired when I woke up today. I almost wasn't going to make no videos. I wasn't. I have videos planned for every single one of my channels. And I woke up today, I was like, I am so tired. My best friend, Tawny Jean, she always says she needs a vacation from her vacation. I do. Plus, we left the hotel yesterday at 11 a.m. and we didn't get back to Indianapolis. Our plane landed at 1:30 a.m. and we weren't even home until 3 o'clock in the morning. I was like, oh my God. So anyway, but it was a fantastic trip. We had such a good time. So anyway, what was I saying? The shimmies. Oh, reality TV. So we're in this lounge, right? My husband stood in line for 30 minutes to get guac and chips. There is no guac and chips in the world that is worth 30-minute wait. Maybe Chipotle. But anyway, so I'm sitting there, right? And I'm drinking my Americano that I made in the coffee machine and stuff. And I'm watching 1,000 Pound Roomies. And I'm like, F my husband. He don't know what he's talking about. 1,000 Pound Roomies is where it's at, right? And I look over, okay? And there's these 3 girls, okay? 3 sisters. And they are all... And they're probably like, they were traveling with their mom. They were probably like 20, 22, 23, something like that, all of them, right? And they're all of them on iPads, okay, watching the same episode of Love After Lockup. Like, they all started at the same time, right? And I get up, and I'm like, baby, Yeah, them and my husband and his girlfriends. So I get up to go get more coffee, and I come back, and the mom is watching Love After Lockup. Then I'm coming back to my seats, and the couple across from us, the couple that's my age, okay, they are both got their iPad out, and they are both watching Love After Lockup too. The fucking whole place was watching Love After Lockup. And in that moment, you know what I thought? Oh, you fucked up. You fucked up. You should have been watching this show and reacting to it on your TV reaction channel. But I don't care so much about that. I do love X on the Beach, but they stopped that. And Big Brother, it's kind of a dating show. Not really. I mean, some people end up dating, but I like that. But Survivor and Amazing Race, that's where it's at. But I'm telling you right now, 1,000-pound roomies. Okay, so let's get to... Did I finish all my stories today? Did I have anything else I want to talk about? Hold on a second. Oh my Lord, y'all hear Jeffree Star's got a new palette. Looks like a cowboy hat. Or cowboy boot. Why'd you come in here looking like that with cowboy with your high heel boots and your painted on jeans? Oh, Jeffree Star. Okay, when you know you have literally lost any creative concept you have, where do you sit around? And I know there's going to be that one person. It's genius! Is it though? Is it though, baby? Is it? Okay? Or is your love so strong for Miss Jeffrey Lynn, okay, that you are so going to spend $52 on a cowboy boot palette, baby, okay, that nobody needs, okay? Nobody needs that. Claire's Boutique don't even need it, okay? That is junk. That is straight up junk. And I got so many DMs from people. I cannot wait to read them on a video, okay? From people that are telling me about it. Jeffree Star, maybe take a break from the TikTok and have a creative meeting with your creative directors. Do you have any? I don't know. Maybe meet in the garage where you mixed your music. But anyway, on your keyboard from 1995. I don't know where you're sitting around and you're like, okay, we're literally the creative geniuses. Because, you know, they think that, right? What should we come up next with? Oh my God, we should come up with a cowboy boot palette. When I saw this cowboy boot palette, can I tell you what I thought of? Okay, my mom back in the day, my mom could not bake to save her life. Bread. She could make bread and muffins. But cookies, oh no. My mom would always say she liked the burned ones. She'd be like, I like the burned ones. She'd have to if you were my mom because she burnt every cookie she ever made. But at Christmas time, okay, because I think if you're a mom, you feel like you're supposed to do these things. I don't know. But my mom, we would make the, what do you call them? The cutout cookies. Do you know what I'm talking about? What are those called? Anyway, you know what I'm talking about. My mom and my aunt used a cookie press. Now, those were good. But do you know what I'm talking about? What are those called? The cookie, why can't I think of the word? The cookie cutter, right? I should know that. You know why? Because I love the Cozy Mysteries. And I read the Jacqueline Frost. One person out there was like, oh my God, I read that. You did? Oh my God, I love them. The Jacqueline Frost Christmas Tree Farm Mysteries. And what's the woman's name that's the best friend of the owner? Cookie Cutter. I love it so much. Anyway, so my mom would make these, you know, Christmas cookies with cookie cutters. They were sad, baby. They were so sad. They were burnt. And then my mom would always put like the red and green sprinkles on them before she took them out of the oven. So then like, you know, and like the hot tamale, what are those called things? The red pepper, not red peppers, but you know what I'm talking about. They're supposed to be like the buttons on the gingerbread men and stuff like that. They just melt. They look so sad. My mother, she straight up put them cookies through hell. She did. She put them Christmas cookies straight up through hell. And she put the sprinkles on it. And I remember going over to other people's houses and their Christmas cookies, they look so pretty. And my mom's sprinkles, like the green and the red sprinkles and stuff, just looked, it was a violation. It was a violation of the earth, baby. It was just wrong. It was so wrong, okay? But anyway, what was I talking about? Oh, so my mom at Christmas time, her favorites were bells and boots. Don't ask me why, okay? That does sound kind of like a Dolly Parton Christmas album, doesn't it? Bells and boots. She should do that. Oh my God, Smoky Mountain Christmas with Dolly Parton is one of my all-time favorite movies of life. Not just my Christmas favorite. This is going to stop in a second. Hold on. Okay, now you know if you're going to get into some Dolly Parton, you got to like stop the video because it's a 30-minute mark. And then, you know. Who is texting me? Oh, my husband's texting me. He said good morning. It's 3 o'clock in the afternoon. But anyway, so I do love Smoky Mountain Christmas though so much. I know the whole album. And you know what? Let me just tell you, okay? This is how we grew up back in the day. You would like take a tape recorder and then you would set it next to the TV. And then when the favorite songs would come on the show, because there was no like soundtrack to a made-for-TV movie, you would push record and that's how you have the songs. And so I have those songs, okay? But Dolly Parton, like, I think it was 2 years ago, she put out a Christmas album, and she put out the previously unreleased songs from Smoky Mountain Christmas. I'm dreaming of a Smoky Mountain Christmas. You can take the girl from the country, I've heard them say, but you cannot take the country from the girl. Boost. Anyway, I do think that if I ever decided at 53 years old to do, like, drag talent and, like, a pageant, like Miss Continental, I do think that I would live sing Dolly Parton. Christmas. I wonder if anybody has ever done drag talent to Smoky Mountain Christmas before. If they haven't, that would be genius. But anyway, and maybe mix in, you know, some dance routines and stuff like that. Some Janet Jackson. Yo, Janet, I'm about to... Okay, anyway. So, the boots. The boots. The boots are on fire. Did Jeffree Star ever get his money back when they, like, snuck into his factory and they stole his makeup? He was suing somebody about that. Did that lawsuit ever happen? Did he ever find out? Or were they selling his makeup on Santee Alley in Los Angeles? Did they ever find out? I always, like, when that happened back in the day, do you remember that? And he was like, okay, I have to make a statement. He's always making statements, isn't he? What we're not going to do is make Jeffree Star the drama of 2020. Anyway, didn't he make some statement? I always, like, imagined it was, like, a team of cat burglars, and they were, like, on the, like, they were all dressed in black, like, To Catch a Thief with Cary Grant, and they were, like, on the Jeffree Star factory, and then they, like, snuck down on ropes. Was it James Charles? Because you know he just came out with that new video announcing his palette, and he's, like, darting all the red lights. And I always kind of imagined it like that, and that they stole, like, that tube of lipstick, because everybody in the world wanted Jeffree Star's, like, you know, his formula, like Willy Wonka or something like that. You know what I mean? Didn't you think that too, though? But did anything ever happen with that? Did we ever find out? Another lie, I guess. But anyway, so, but that's one of the dramas I have, okay? We're doing fun drama over here. Don't be bringing the dark side. Don't. Dark-sided, okay? Miss Toddy don't like that. Miss Toddy, she don't like the gargoyles. She don't like the Ouija boards, okay? She don't. No! Toddy, no. Toddy doesn't like anything dark-sided, which is why she's going to do a paranormal podcast, and which is why she did a Q&A about her paranormal experiences with Jesus, I guess. That's nice, I think. I think I'd like to have a paranormal experience with Jesus. I do. No, in all seriousness, this is not shady. I mean, seriously, think about this, okay? Like, how many times do you get that question? Like, if you could have one more day with anybody, dead or alive, you know, when you say things like, oh, like my mom or Audrey Hepburn. I mean, today, listen, I would straight up say, well, I probably would never say Audrey Hepburn, but anyway, I would say get a Catch a Thief, but I would probably say my mom and my dogs and stuff like that. But why does nobody ever say Jesus? Like, seriously, if you could just spend one day, 1 hour with anybody that is no longer here, why does nobody say, I know I am about to get a theological lesson in the comment section of this video just on that comment alone. But that's a really good question. Okay, I mean, another really good question is, do snakes poop? And the answer to that is they absolutely do. And if you want to Google it, please do. I watched videos about it about 5 years ago when I wasn't convinced, okay? The other question that is a really good question that I just had to Google on my trip was, do ducks get pregnant? They don't get pregnant, okay? They lay eggs. But just, what do they do first? Do they do it? Do ducks do it? Because people have been telling me that LaDonna duck that's out in my yard, that she's been getting chased by all the other male ducks to do what? They don't put an egg inside of her, do they? What did they put inside of her? LaDonna brings all the ducks to the yard and then some. Listen, I'm not that stupid. I know how ducks work, okay? I get it. But another really good question would be, why does nobody on that question... Think about this, no, seriously, okay? How many times have you been asked in your life, like at a party or something, okay? Or I don't know, in an interview. That's a good interview question, don't you think? If you could just spend 1 hour with anybody or have one dinner with anybody, dead or alive, who would it be? Whoever says Jesus. Nobody. Y'all are Jesus haters. You are. What would Jesus do? Wouldn't pick you. But no, honestly, I'd probably pick Mary Magdalene because she'd have all the tea, baby. But anyway, so some people are so through with this video right now. You can't laugh at nothing anymore. Listen, do you think that Jesus didn't have a sense of humor? I mean, didn't God make us all in his, like, you know, in his essence? So if we have a sense of humor, doesn't that mean God has a sense of humor? I know my God has a sense of humor. I know he does. Baby, I've been through some funny shit in my life, okay? And that's because of God. So, no, true story. Watch my vlogs if you don't believe that. But anyway, okay, if I had had to spend, I mean, why wouldn't you ask Jesus? I would want to know all the answers. The first question I'd be asking, first of all, okay, is like, are there aliens? Like, Jesus, for real, okay? And he would say, Peter, I know that you live in the United States, but it's actually Jesus. It's not Jesus. But anyway, so, but isn't that a good question? Why doesn't it? Okay, let's get into some of these other drama topics. Woo, try to keep this. All right, so, Jojo Siwa. Poor thing. It was just a phase. Okay, so people are wanting me to talk about Jojo Siwa canceling, getting fired. I'm not really clear. I don't keep up with Jojo Siwa since she got rid of the bow. I think it was a drastic mistake on her part. I mean, Mary-Kate and Ashley, they gave up the show, Full House, but they didn't give up the prune. You know what I'm saying? Okay, Jojo, she never, if it was me, and I've said this in videos before, she fucked up, okay? Jojo, if you didn't, she's, first of all, okay, we'll get into this in another video, okay? But the fact that she came out during Pride Month, okay? Don't forget that she's James Charles' dearest friend, okay? That she came out during Pride Month, all right? And said that she felt forced to come out as a lesbian. I got lots of thoughts about this, okay? You felt forced. Who is forcing you? Who is forcing you? Now, the other thing is this, okay? We live in a world today where people are saying that there's a gay agenda and we are forcing people to come out. And Jojo Siwa is going to come out and she's going to say that shit during Pride Month that people say we don't deserve or need anyway. All right? When about 3 of them other dance sisters over there are sitting there as they already came out long before Jojo Siwa did. They just didn't release any really bad music, okay? So I got lots of thoughts about that. But then apparently she like canceled Pride shows or whatever. Or, I'm telling you right now, okay, the cancellation would be if I showed up and she was the headlining, I would be like, next. No, I'm not doing this. Can we get Jennifer Coolidge on stage, okay? Can we get Jennifer Coolidge? We could just get 30 seconds of Jennifer Coolidge just saying, I don't give a shit what she said. She could just say hot dog 30 times over, and that would be worth more our money than Jojo Siwa singing that Karma song on a Pride stage all day long, okay? I don't give a shit about Jojo Siwa. I said it a year ago, and I'll say it today. She is no role model, okay? And I know when people are going to say all this stuff about, well, she's young, and she had to figure it out. Baby, I came out at 18 years old, okay? I came in at 18 years old, and I didn't blame none of my shit on nobody else. I got sober at 22 and a half years old, didn't blame my shit on anybody else. Okay, take some fucking responsibility. You're a millionaire 10 times over. You got PR teams. You got family members. I'm not saying people can't figure out their sexuality shit. I'm not saying it's not fluid. I 100% believe that, okay? But then to come and do something like this, maybe wait until it's not Pride Month. I don't know. I mean, I've seen some of the things that she said. I'm like, okay. So I don't know if that's a video that you guys want me to make. I'm more than willing to make it. And like I said, okay, I believe that from the time that we are old enough to understand that sexuality is fluid and we are constantly figuring things out. I don't know. I mean, I might leave my husband and decide that I'm straight. I don't think that's going to probably happen. I don't think that's going to probably happen. But it might. But, you know, I think this is where, like, I did a video not too long ago, and I talked about, on my Peter Watches TV channel, and I talked about Venus Extravaganza, and how they just did this documentary about her on Netflix, and the importance of talking about anybody's life experience, and talking about trans experiences, and talking about bisexual experiences, and pansexual experiences, and asexual experiences, and gay men's experiences, and lesbians' experiences, and all of our experiences. Because we live in a world that is so heteronormative that we don't understand. And so, you know, as easy it is to poke fun at Jojo Siwa, I think Jojo Siwa grew up in a generation where it was either you... She had a lot more options than I did. I mean, I don't know why I'm giving her... I mean, she did, baby. I mean, I don't know what to say. Bless her heart. Baby, figure it out, okay? Figure it out. And please, Jojo, figure it out. Figure out who you choose to spend your time with. And know that there are people that are fighting for our rights every day that are much younger than you in our country. And there are people that have it much worse than you do. And so we give excuses and we give free passes to people that have it much better than the majority of the people in this world that don't even have the option or the opportunity to get free passes and are fighting for our rights every single day. But God bless you, baby. Figure it out. And please don't release any more music. Okay, so that's about Jojo Siwa. If y'all want me to cover that, I will cover it. Okay. Toddy did apparently 2 Q&As. I have not watched either one of them, so I will not speak to them. But one of them apparently is about a paranormal experience. Oh, Miss Toddy. I wonder if her paranormal experience is when she said Jeffree Star was going to come for them. Did he? Did he come for you in the form of a ghosty girl? Oh my God, Jeffree Star is a ghost. That would be such a good paranormal experience. Now, I would sign up for that fucking Patreon all day long, okay? If she's like, Jeffree Star came into my bedroom as a shadow figure, I would be so on tune to that. Oh. Toddy, I'm telling you right now, even if it didn't happen, just lie. Everybody else does. Everybody, all your colleagues on YouTube, they all lie through their teeth, okay? I mean, we're all still waiting for Manny and Laura to cover their good friend James. I mean, they call everybody else out on YouTube. They won't call out James Charles, okay? Just lie, baby. Just say Jeffree Star creeped into your room as a shadow figure and that was your paranormal experience. Baby, listen, you would get 1 million fucking views off that video. I'm trying to help you, Miss Toddy. I am trying to help you. Okay. Oh, Jeffree Star in that new cowboy boot palette. And I so do have written right down here, why'd you come in here looking like that? Okay. James Charles deleting comments on this. James Charles also got called out for, I don't know, something on his new palette. It's devastatingly sad. James Charles also got caught up in another scandal. There's like 6 James Charles things. But, I mean, what do you know? It's the first week of July. Anyway. I'm sure he probably got invited to a bunch of gay events and red carpet events and probably got awarded, I don't know, best gay person of 2025 or something like that too. Jaclyn Hill did a makeup tutorial and I was going to talk about, is this what people miss? Because a lot of people in the comment sections were talking about how much they miss this and blah, blah, blah. I actually thought that it was a kind of a return to old Jaclyn Hill. I did watch some of it. I really enjoyed what I watched. I did not enjoy the 40 non-disclosed affiliate links in the comment section below. But you know what? At this point, baby, we have overtalked that. So, but go over there and watch Jaclyn Hill's video and let me know if you like it or not. I think it's kind of a return to what she did before. And then, oh baby, story times come stories. But that's kind of what this was. So anyway, those are just like the funny stories. I got some dark stories to talk about. But let me know in the comment section below what you all would like me to talk about this week. Working at the car wash, yeah. Anyway, let me know what you think about all that in the comment section below. And give me your topics. Oh, I've also got a Q&A to follow up on because I didn't get to all the questions in the Q&A. What else do I have to talk about? Oh, there was some big story that I was like screenshotting things about. I got screenshots for days. Anyway, it's so good to be, oh, this is what I wanted to say at the beginning of the video that I forgot. I need more lip. I gotta do this reading notes TV video. I get so heated for those and my legs are already asleep. I'm gonna have to put this video up and then come back. But you know, I sat down here to film this video today and I was like, this feels so surreal to be sitting here filming a video after 10 days. 10 days is like the longest I've ever gone without filming a video. I honestly, while I was on vacation, I thought, well, I'll probably film a video here and there. And I just didn't. And it just was so wonderful. Every day we just went to the pool. The seaweed was horrible, so we can go to the beach. We're beach people. I listened to like 6 books, 7 books, I think, watched shows, hung out with my husband, met people. It just was such a fantastic trip, and I just want to say thank you. You guys allow me to have this most incredible life that I have by watching my videos. And on top of that, the kind birthday messages I got from everybody. My birthday was the 29th. I mean, I'm 53 years old, and this is my life, you know? I get to get up every single day and make videos. And when I sat down today, I was like, I miss this. I miss this, you know? And when I come back from vacation, it's always a little hard to kind of get started again. But then I'm like, I feel like this is it. Like, this is so cool, right? Like, I am so blessed to be able to do this. So, thank you. And I can't even say how much it means to me. And I love you guys, and I will be picking one of these stories or another hot topic for tomorrow. Oh, I'm also going to start being doing some true crime at least once a week, probably. So let me know what you think in the comment section below. I love you guys, and I will see you tomorrow. Bye. Shimmy, shimmy.